Hello everyone, today I'm showing what I believe to be the best loadout in Ready or Not for hard difficulty and hard mode. First, I'm going to be going over the rotary grenade flash launcher. You'll notice that I actually have 0 points spent in here because it comes with a free magazine, which is 6 flash grenades that explode on impact. Then we're moving on to the Mark V, which has 8 magazines. It has 7 shots per magazine, and it is extremely capable to replace any rifle, as it is an incredible primary. Honestly, you should be able to put this in the primary slot because it's that good. Then the next thing is the tactical shield. It allows you to just have an impenetrable barrier to protect you and better utilize your pistol when you're going around particular corners with hard corners or targets from a distance, or you're trying to pass a threshold where you don't know where there's a lot of unknowns, so you can take this out as a safety tool. I am using light armor, but you can totally use heavy armor. You will have 2 less stinger grenades, and I do recommend stinger grenades because they have better AoE and have a better chance of stunning targets in larger open areas. You have 5 stinger grenades, you have 8 magazines, and you have 6 flash impact grenades. So with that said, I'm going to get into the video and start showing this off. Here's a little example showing off how effective it is. Usually it's just one shot, especially if they're unarmored. It's honestly insane how strong this weapon is. Do pace your shots whenever you are using this pistol. This pistol is going to be the learning curve. You do need to practice with this weapon. It's not going to be a weapon where you can just point and start shooting wildly, because you are going to quickly run out of a magazine. And that is another thing that I want to talk about. Make sure you are remembering how many shots you have in your magazine. It's super important. You only have 7 plus 1. In your first loaded magazine, you will have 7. If you shoot around 5 to 6 and then reload, you will have 1 spare ammo, so you'll have 8 bullets in the weapon instead of 7. Here I'm showing off playing with some randoms, and as you can see, like, it's super comfortable to just take out your grenade launcher and shoot into every single room, and it is very safe when it comes to clearing multiple areas with a lot of nooks and crannies and hard corners. As you can see, like, I'm clearing this very easily, and we clear this insanely easily. But as you can see, like, even targets with more armor, they're going to go down in one shot. Typical randoms, always friendly firing. It's kind of insane how strong this weapon is. I'm honestly blown away with its effectiveness. But it is, as I said, really important to learn to pace your shots, and also you don't need to really move very much as well. If you have the shield out, just sit there and focus on aiming and hitting that target, because if you're not hitting your target, you're doing 0 damage. It's usually a lot easier to hit a target with a rifle, but this is a weapon you do need to learn and practice with. Once you get the hang of this pistol, you'll see that this loadout is actually insanely good. I've been playing on hard difficulty and using this. When you are taking longer shots like right here, make sure you are using your iron sights. It's a little bit easier to aim over long distances. Targets that are moving, you're going to struggle with. Make sure you take your time with those shots. If you are in a dangerous area where you can't have time to take your shots, just take cover or take out your shield. There's nothing wrong with firing a shot off if you're getting shot at and then retreating. Another great thing is if there is a target in a room where you can easily shoot the roof, where you can easily shoot the ceiling, shoot the ceiling, and it will give you great clearance and blind more targets within a room. So that's important to note whenever you are using this loadout. Shoot that rotary flash launcher straight up onto the ceiling. It's going to blind the most amount of targets, because it can obviously be blocked by objects and it won't stun targets. So that's maybe why you might feel the rotary grenade launcher is not working sometimes. And another thing the thing with the shield is it's important to note that when you are using the shield, make sure you're using it like it's a health bar, because once your visor glass is destroyed, there will be incredibly bad and poor visibility. And in certain areas, it's not a big deal. It can be a real issue. So I do recommend using your shield for those instances when it is extremely needed. So for example, like if you're entering a room with a lot of area and you know there's a lot of targets in the room, it's best to use the shield. You don't want to be running into a target and then losing some armor. And for certain tricky corners, don't be afraid to use a stinger if you can't get around a corner or if there's a lot of objects in the way. And it's important to note that it is important to use stingers around certain types of corners because sometimes you can't get your rotary flash grenade launcher to have the best sight line to actually fire into a room. So that's why we bring the stingers. And as you can see here, taking out your shield, excellent tool. Don't be afraid to take it out. And for hostile situations, just take your time and aim. You have all the time in the world. If you are coming around a corner and you don't know where a target is, you can use a shield, you can use the grenade launcher. Both are extremely acceptable. You can use both at the same time. Use your flashbang or use your rotary grenade launcher, then move up with the shield, take your shot. It's super easy. Make sure you are aiming for center mass. As you can see, I hit his arm there and he didn't flinch as much and he didn't go down. That's super important to note. Hit their body, not their arms. It does say it does bonus limit damage, but sometimes it doesn't stagger them. And here's me playing with randoms. Clearing, I'm using 2 stinger grenades, and then I can go in there with a rotary flash grenade launcher, and then shoot in every room, stun every target in the area, make sure it's completely secure, and then just swap to my shield or my primary, and I can clear the room. If I'm worried about entering a room where a target is aware of my presence, I'm always going to be usually taking my shield out to clear. It's super safe. Definitely increases your survivability whenever you are using your shield. It's incredible. I can't praise this loadout enough. Every situation that you can have or think of, this one is going to be able to deal with it. And if you just want to use this pistol as a primary, as you can see, it one-shots basically every target a lot of the time, depending on their armor level. Do take your time, pace your shots. Don't be afraid to shoot a target once and then retreat, because follow-up shots can be dangerous if you are missing or getting shot. Don't be afraid to take out your shield. As you can see here, I'm pretty damaged. So try to think of your shield as a health bar. And whenever you are heavily damaged or your armor is breaking, like some of your plates, swap to a shield and use it as your secondary set of armor. Here I'm actually comparing to a regular loadout that I would use when using a rifle. I am using heavy armor. This is hard difficulty. That's basically the only thing I play on, with a few exceptions. As you can see here, I clear pretty effectively. I don't take any damage. I clear the room effectively. I am using the flash launcher, and don't get me wrong, the flash launcher is insanely helpful in the long tactical slot. It functions just like a rotary flash grenade launcher. So for this, I do end up clearing the primary entrance to this level and then the entrance over here with the double doors. Something to note that I've realized when opening areas with C2 and using a flash launcher of any kind, the rotary or the long tactical, is make sure that you wait a little bit when shooting either of them through a door that is exploded with C2, as there can be still pieces of the door falling and it will blind your team. So try to avoid that. Another thing important to note when using the long tactical flash launcher is that whenever you do get shot and you need to heal or bandage yourself, it takes forever to heal yourself. Take it out, reload it, and put it away. It honestly is insanely slow and sluggish. So a lot of the time I've died simply because I've been using the flash launcher. That's just another great thing about the rotary flash grenade launcher, is that it's super quick. You shoot and you still have ammunition to fire after the first shot, and it's quick to take out. It obviously is a little bit slower to reload, but in comparison to the long tactical, it's honestly still incredible. So as you can see here, I did take a little bit of damage and I clear the room fine and really have no big issues. This is probably about the standard of how you would probably clear, take a little bit of damage entering a room like this where it is pretty tricky on some of the angles. But now with the loadout that I was talking about, I can shoot 2 flash launchers if I want. If I miss, or let's say I don't hit the right spot, or just want better clearance of stunning in the room, I can take another shot because I have that ability to do so. As you can see, I clear the room and I don't even have to use a shield. And we go to the secondary door. Same thing happens. Make sure that door is fully exploded before you shoot anything through the door, as you will end up blinding your team. So I also have the luxury of having a lot of stingers as well. So usually I'll use stingers to clear a room at the start, and I'll use my rotary grenade launcher to stun further parts of the room. As you can see, it's an incredible luxury to clear and to shoot at different corners of the room with more angles that one stinger won't be able to stun everybody with. And as you can see, I clear this with no issues, and it's kind of insane how amazing this loadout is. It limits your damage as you will have more flashbangs to throw or shoot, and you have a shield for protective capabilities, and you are set. Like, I get shot in the back here, but I take no damage. I plate and I just take him out with the shield. Honestly, this is an incredible tool, incredible build. If you don't have this pistol or this rotary grenade launcher, it is from the deluxe edition. I want to clarify that. People have been asking me that a lot, but that's it for the video. Hopefully you liked it. Honestly, use this loadout, practice a bit with the pistol, and you're going to be flying through hard mode in no time. I've been enjoying the hell out of this game, and this loadout has just made it way more fun. It's a fun new loadout that I've been using. It's great. Anyway, thanks for watching, and have a good day.
Move out of the way.